God damn, I love this van. The more time I spend working on it, especially with Adam the Magic Man, the more I fall in love with this project, and the more excited I am to finally get it done so I can live in her across this country. As of right now, we only have a couple more major projects to get to, but in the meantime, let's fill you in on what's been going on with her. These are going to be the smaller projects. First things first, the inside sliding door handle. See, I can get into my van from the outside, but once you're in there, you'd have to leave through the cab. The reason for this is because for whatever reason, the inside door handle had been removed. Seriously, if you asked me before if this van was initially used to lure people in with Xboxes and candy, I wouldn't really be able to defend my poor van. But don't blame her, okay? It wasn't her fault. After ordering myself a door handle off eBay, Adam found a little black washer and a screw for it so it would fit, applied a small dab of Loctite, and he screwed it into place. With that, project door handle was complete. Very nice. Close me in. Nice. Alright. Now it's not a rape van anymore. The second fix was the locks on these windows. I showed before how easy it was to just break into the van through the sliding windows. This is because over time these locks break down on the inside and stop catching, so you can pretty much slide them open and break in at any time. This bothered me a lot, and I had a lot of fantasies about someone breaking into my van while I was on the road and taking whatever they wanted while I cowered in the corner begging for my life. Fighting them off. Like a man. First things first, Adam unscrewed the old lock off the window. Now these are a bit of a pain to remove. It takes a lot of time even with this little tool that they give you. Alright, so today we decided that these windows that are just easy as hell to break into are about time to fix. I bought the window latch kit on gowesty, kind of an expensive little ass thing, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot and see what it does for us today.
Maybe what they mean by over-engineered is there's like 20 different engineers that all worked on the same part. One guy's like, what if it does this? Oh, okay, it's cool if it does that, but what if it also does this? And what if you have to disassemble the entire engine to replace this one bolt?
Yeah, that's smart. Let's do that.
Isn't there supposed to be a spring in there?
I believe there is. Once Adam removed the sliding window latch, he was now able to remove the latch support and the old foam gasket from the broken latch. After this, he cleaned the window with some degreaser, and then scratched the rest of the dirt off the window with a razor before installing the new components. As time-consuming as this project was, it all went by pretty easily. Once everything was clean, he put together the new backplate and screwed the old latch support back into the window, after applying a bit of Loctite to the screws, of course. Once that was back into its proper place, all that was left was to pop a new spring back into the screw that fits into the window lock and screw that back into place. Of all the steps in this process, this is the part that took the longest. This screw is in such an awkward spot. So, all you can really do is be patient. Alright, so that's actually locking now. He's really going at that window and it doesn't seem to be moving. This one, on the other hand, you just barely touch it. Oh, look at that, I'm in. So, that gowesty fix actually does work. That's good. One down, one to go. All that was left was to finish the job, and my van was now secured. Oh, that is locked. Yeah, that is like completely. I will not be getting into this van. Okay, yeah, no, that's good stuff. This moves us into project number 3. One of the biggest issues with these vans are the mirrors. I don't know what it is about these Vanagons, they're designed so well, but everybody I've ever seen convert these things always end up having to replace these things. My mirrors were so broken down that the last owner actually had to use hose clamps to keep the old mirrors from wobbling free and falling off. Alright, so one of the ugliest parts about these Vanagons is these mirrors. These things are horrible for everyone, it's notoriously horrible. And so I have gone ahead and purchased some new Land Rover mirrors, which are a lot nicer, way nicer than this thing. And today, we're gonna find a way to put these on here. So right now, Adam is removing the old mirrors that were still attached.
I kind of wondered what these hose clamps were doing.
Well,
They actually do something?
I'm pretty sure this is so bad.
Is that really just like silicone?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. And that's the thing, like whenever you look up videos on Vanagon mirrors, they're all doing this.
How does that not fly off?
I don't have any idea. Before we could actually get into replacing the mirrors, however, we first had to find a way to attach the new ones. So Adam went to work on designing some brackets for the new mirrors. This is where the project actually begins. First things first, he measured the end of the Land Rover mirrors end to end to get a rough measurement for the bracket. Then using this piece of aluminum, he measured out his cut and went to work.
So if we go with 50% more on either side, then I'll get plenty of support on the inside of the door.
And that's exactly what he did. After measuring out his cuts, he figured out where the screws would have to go and drilled those out as well. After that, you know what? I'll just show you. Once the brackets were done, he clamped them together in a vise and filed them down so they were perfectly smooth. I know I don't have to say it, but it's so nice working with a guy who doesn't half-ass his projects. This guy puts a lot of time and care into his work, and I have a lot of respect for him because of that. Now you may ask why Adam didn't just drill the Land Rover mirrors into the side of the van like the old VW mirrors had been. What was the difference with these mirrors?
The big difference is the fact that whereas these screwed into threads in the body, so you had the screw that held it in that way, these are the opposite. So there's threads in the mount, so the screw has to come from inside and go into the threads. So to kind of spread the load out on the inside of the door, I've made these bracket plates that'll go on the inside, this will go on the outside, and then the screw will go through here, through the door, and then hold it in place.
Beautiful. Now that the brackets have been finished, there was one more thing that he had to make to complete this setup process. See, had he just screwed this into the side of the van, there could have been metal on metal vibration, which over time rattles the screws loose, or could even damage the metal on the body of the van. So, to cut down on this vibration, he cut out some rubber into the shape of both the bracket and the ends of the Land Rover mirrors, punched out holes so the screws could fit through, and after that, the setup process was now complete. After some slight calculations, Adam figured out where to drill into the body of the van for the location of the mirrors and tape them off. Then, using his brackets, he marked the spot where the holes would need to be drilled. After that, he used some silicone on the brackets and rubber gaskets and fit them into place. Now you may have thought that this is the end of the project, and if you did, you don't know Adam very well. See, it didn't set well with him leaving evidence of the original mirrors. These holes here bothered him, so he went to work on constructing some small pieces of aluminum and fit them in the old placement. Believe it or not, guys, this is 2 pieces of aluminum. Yeah, I know it looks like one, there's no seams anymore. He then painted them up to make them look pretty. With this, my side mirror project was complete. Alright Barry, you may say, this must be the end, right? These are all the projects that you've been working on, and you're so close, but we have one more. What's the use of these new side mirrors if I don't have an acceptable rear view mirror to go with them? But don't worry, this project wasn't nearly as in-depth as the last. Now, these Vanagons have a specific hook that's used to attach the rear view mirror to the ceiling. So, Adam decided that using this hook would be easier than trying to find a new way to replace it. So, he started off with this long rusted pipe. First order of business was getting this rusty pipe cleaned off, which he cleverly used his lathe to do all that work for him. After that, he cut the pipe and did something similar with his drill and some sandpaper to really get that rusty gunk out of there. Once the pipe was cleaned up, he measured it end to end and found the midpoint. Then, using a vise, he bent the pipe to give it a flat space for the mirror hook to attach to. He then drilled into the hook, attached the pipe to it, and it was now time to pop on the mirror. Yeah, it looked like it popped in no problem.
Unforeseen consequence.
Yeah. Have to do something about that. So go ahead and take the wrap off of it. And there we go.
So much visibility.
So from my seat, I can see pretty good out of that mirror, all the way out of that mirror, and I can see out of that mirror. I can see! My blind spots are gone! Alright guys, so something pretty cool happened. Inventor, one of my good friends, sent me some LEDs. So there's an LED right back here. This is the original on the bus. Let's see if I can, kind of zoom in on that. So this is the one in the back. This is the original. So I just replaced the one in the front. Bam! With the one he sent me. And holy crap! That thing is bright as hell. So let's go from here. Bam! Back to there. Bam! Holy crap! Yeah, you can see a lot more than you can see back here. So I'm gonna go replace that guy. Thanks, inventor.